Abusuafo ya mamu nyina kwa babiem eba ene adisuen. We welcome all of you back on today's lesson. Today we're going to let me just do a little recap here. In the past few weeks, we've been going over our plane of existence. And we've started with physical plane of existence. We spoke about it. We talked about the things that we can see over here with our physical eyes, our telescope, and the things that we can see while we are in this body, which is part of the experiences that we are having as a soul. We've spoke about our astral plane of existence that talks pretty much about a lot of things about churches, nananum, libation, and all those stuff. We've talked about that, and we've also talked about our causal, which last week we explained and spoke about where the reason why we do certain things or the reason why creation exists. You can find that. That's where you can find something like Akashic record, and then know your past life, because everything, past life, future life, and present life, everything that is happening, that has happened and that is going to happen, you are recorded over there, and we also talk about it a lot. Now today we're going to talk about one of the plane of existence. We call it the mental plane of existence. Yɛbɛka adwene ho asɛm. Adwene ho asɛm. Anaasɛ deɛ mpanimfoɔ ka ne sɛ nimdeɛ, baabi a yɛadwene mu dɔ, the plane of existence, where knowledge and everything comes from, where our thoughts, the things that we can ever think about, everything that is here, everything that is in creation, everything that we can ever think of. That's where it is. Bibia yebetimi adwene ho bia. Bibia yebetimi aye plans ayefa. Nimdia yewo bibia ho bibia free eba. Even what we are talking about, this lesson that we are just giving out here, where it came from, where we are downloading all those information from. Big guys, where they getting their idea from. Everything that we can see here, that is in creation. That we can see, those that we cannot see, that in other realms, all the three or other planes, all the three planes that we've already discussed, everything that is in there, where the idea came from, is what we call it the mental plane of existence. And as a soul, we have the ability to get in there. We have ability to access it. That's why you know things without being taught. There are many things that we do, or we know them, we just know the answers. Sometimes you sit down, you think about stuff, or you sit down and then something will pop up. Questions will pop up, and then answer will follow right there. You are asking yourself, where are we getting that from? That is coming from the mental plane. So all the things that we can think about, as I said, can be found in there, or can be found in the mental plane. So within the mental planes, what do we have over there? We have the universes. So as we have universes, galaxies, subplanes, star systems, planets, and everything in all other planes, we also have the same thing in the mental plane of existence. So mental plane is also not one particular place. So it can be that I will be in a mental level. What am I doing? Maybe I'm a scientist, right? when I'm a scientist, so in my mental plane, or in the mental plane that I'm kind of experiencing, I'm typing information from the scientific realm, or the ideas that I'm getting are coming from the science part. You might be something else, whatever you are. Maybe you are a mechanic, for instance. Your ideas are going to be coming from those. So all those ideas, all the things that we do, everything that we can imagine, which I'll talk about it soon, our imagination, everything comes from the mental plane. The mental plane, as I said, has universes, it has galaxies. So when you talk about galaxies, it includes planets, star systems, and all other systems that we have. We have here, we also have those. We have subplanes. So it's not just one location, as I've already explained. Within the mental plane, we do have universal mind. Talking about universal mind, let me speak a little bit or differentiate between our brain that we can touch, the thing in our head, and the mental universal mind. Our brain is a receiver. It's like it's a receiver, or it's like our phones that we use. I always use phone. If you have a service, like right now, I'm not in a house, I'm outside and I'm talking. Where am I getting the service from? So my phone over here is serving as the brain. Let's use the phone as the brain, because that is getting the signal. And where the signal is stored, or where the servers are, where the internet is coming from, where my network service company store their database and all those information, is the mental or the universal mind I'm talking about. So see, universal mind or universal mind is like a database, or that all ideas can be found. All things, everything that we can ever think about, all knowledge, all the innovations, everything is in there. So what I'm trying to say is that our mind, or the mind, the universal mind, is the database. So all the information that we are teaching here right now, everything we're talking about, we are not the only one who knows it. We are not the only one who really know it. I'm not the only one who know it. So it means that everybody else has access to this plane. Everybody can tap it. That's why when you come here, we always talk about you're going to get your own experience. You're going to get your experiences by yourself. You're not going to dwell on what I can see or what I'm experiencing, what I'm hearing. You're going to, because we all have access to all these plane of existences. So that's a little description that I can give when I try to differentiate between the mind and then the brain. The brain is a receiver. Again, the brain is like your TV. If you want a channel, where the channel or where the actual service and the signal is coming from serves as the mental is the universal mind, or is in the mental plane of existence. And you are here tapping into it. You are here getting the ideas and everything into it. So you can sit down and imagine. That's why I was going to talk about imagination. Everything that we have here, or everything that we can ever do as a soul in our traveling and everything, is through imagination. Let me come down here. Let's say you are a designer, and you are designing something. Before you can start even thinking about the materials, or before you would know the materials, the shape, and everything that you want to design, the idea, the picture of it comes in your mind. You pick it from somewhere. So then all of a sudden, idea be about him. No, because I said, where is this whole thing coming from? That idea we are no and from the free air. It's coming from the universal mind. It's coming from the mental plane of existence. Because you are a soul and you have the ability, you can tap into it. Sometimes there will be a critical situation, a beba, which would was a solution, not drop it. Where do you get it from? It's coming from there. It's coming from the mental plane, which is also where the universal mind is. And to just talk about all these things, that is what we are describing. We are just bringing your awareness to it, that we have that ability to access that plane of existence. We also have something like the philosophies. So when it comes to universal or the mental plane, those who are up there, that's where you're going to see the philosophies. You're going to see the psychic guys, or even in our team or your team way, we have people who do psychic healing, psychic abilities. You have to be able to tap into the mental plane to be able to read somebody. It's all honor will be. I know most of you guys or most of us, we have the ability to see people and then we start knowing stuff about them. All those information and free. Those abilities, they are all in a mental. So all the psychic guys, the scientists, or the science, that's where all the science are coming from. Because the ideas, for instance, Elon Musk at the electric cars, yeah, phone to all the other car dealership, they are all getting it. There was a time on Bisano say, where did you get your knowledge from? Say, I'm able to go in now. Or you see that word, I'll try to search if I can find that link. With the better platform, I'll put on the platform, then you guys can watch it. He was having an interview, I think, on Twitter. And then he made mention that I'm able to go into the inner and then get that. So that's where he's tapping that knowledge from. That's why we say there's nothing new under the sun. The meaning is that everything over here, there's no only one person who just know it all. No, because we all have access to one thing, the mental plane. We are all able to access information from there. We have something like meditation. So those who are in that mental plane on the top of the game, they always try to meditate. They contemplate a lot. So when you sit down, you contemplate about things, you meditate, that's where all the ideas will start dropping. Where are you getting it from? Your brain, which is the physical thing that you can touch, is getting the signal. And how can it get there? You have to do something. Those are the practices that we are giving out here. So you can get your brain ready to receive, to receive that information that you already have. And some of the ascended masters are also in the mental planes. For instance, who you should be to say the one of the main one Omutaye, a lot of mental way Buddhist. Buddha was a human being like us. And he's not here on other Onio, he wasn't here to be worshipped as people are doing. He was here to reveal one of our abilities or some of our abilities as a soul. When you live here, you are able to get into or tap into the mental plane. So they deal with mental a lot. And now more concept or say before you take anything in you, make sure you really understand it. Take anything in you, it's not about eating. Anything you accept. Before you do anything, make sure you really understand what you're doing. Where does understanding come from? It comes from the mental plane. So keeping on or going on with the mental plane, as I said, yeah, it's a plane that all ideas, all thoughts, and everything comes from. So all those things that we see going around, sometimes when we talk about programming, programming is done through schools, politics, TVs, social media, churches, and every other things, nanano, religion, and all those stuff. All that ideas, where are they coming from? They are coming from the mental plane. So if you know it, then you can sit down or sit back and say, oh, all these are mental games. This word are common. Oh, he's playing with my mind. Or the madrin di agoro. Or the madrin di agoro. Maybe attack us as them. When they're doing that, they are not playing with your brain as a physical brain that we can see over here, not the receiver. They are trying to manipulate your ability to tap into the mental plane. They will make you feel like you don't really have access to the mental plane, but we are bringing it again to your to light, or we are making you aware. We are bringing it to you so you will know that you have abilities to do that. I've already talked about the psychic healers, those who do the psychic ability, which we have teams here, or we have a team here that we do that. We help people with that. So the ideas, the information, the thoughts, innovations, everything that we see here. And one more thing, sometimes we think that big countries, like for instance, US, Canada, and all those, China, and all those countries, they are able to sit down and project and make nuclear weapons and big weapons. That is going to be, let's say, that's going to function in the next 10, 20 years. They are able to sit down and envision. They use that word a lot. They are able to envision. They are able to visualize. They are able to imagine the next 10 years, how they want things to be done, how they want their city to be like. For instance, Dubai. Dubai 30 years ago was a desert. It took somebody to just sit down and plan and then envision, imagine how they want the city to be. And the city is there, and everybody want to go there and look at it. If you take big places like Las Vegas, LA, and all those nice places in the United States here, you ask yourself, was it like this? No. How are they able to do that? How are they able to plan the military and everything? The intelligence there and everything that is happening. How are people able to do that? To innovate. All those ideas are coming from the universal mind, which is in the mental plane. One example that I'll make, my job or where I was working, I work at, they have a program that they do meditation every Wednesday, every week, 1 hour for all employees. It's not compulsory or it's not mandatory. So you can decide to go. But when you go there, I've been there many times, and when you go there, the place is packed full. Then I realized, what have they seen in this meditation? And it not only us, the top people, who is the 4-star general and all those big guys, they have their own session that they do to be able to envision, to see the future. So the country or any country who do this, they have the ability to see what is going to happen. They have the ability to know how they can prepare and get ready. That's what they do. So if you sit back and then you keep, hey, God will do it, God will do it, oh, God will do it. No. Because when those Hamas people, when they start firing and they throw, how do you call it, bombs Israelites will not say God will do it. They already prepared. They've already prepared ahead. They have some radars that can catch those bombs and blast it. They can even have drones. They have drones that can go up there and then face that missile that is coming and blast it up there. How were they able to do that? All those ideas. So I can go on and go on and go on and go on. But this is just the beginning. We just bringing it to awareness that we do have the ability to do anything. Our projection and everything that we're going to be doing over here is going to be based on this. Our ability to do imaginations, our ability to create, because the mind that we have is everything. Is the faculty of creation. It's where creation started. So all the things that we are seeing and unseen are in there. If you can sit there, I can sit in the US and imagine I'm in my house in Ghana and I can feel, I am able to move all my senses and everything over there, and I don't feel anything here anymore. I'm already there. That's how it is. When you dream, you say, oh yeah, I had a dream. I was there, I was chilling with friends, eating and everything. If you are able to take control of it, you are already there. So just to bring it to your awareness or to let you know. So everything, or most of us, sometimes we get confused with the difference between the brain. Oh, brain, and one mental, no. Brain again is the receiver that get the information from the inner, as I've already said. I will just leave it for I think Institute is here. He's my co-lecturer today. If he has anything or any of the teachers has anything to say. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Adumako, for that wonderful lecture about the mind or the mental plane. Now, when it comes to the mental plane, that is where I am. I'm always hanging on Diagro, because when you begin to understand the human nature, one of the most important, as we are here right now, the most important aspect of ourselves is the mind. And the mind actually is not in your physical body, it resides somewhere else in the mental plane. So the mental plane is a plane of just creation. That's where creation starts from, right? So without the mind, there is no creation. Okay, so everything is already there. We just need to have the ability to tap into that plane, right? Because creation is done. There's nothing that is going to be added to it. I think the Bible actually even confirms it. It says that God said that He's created everything and everything was perfect, right? So creation is done. There's not going to be any addition to creation. So everything that you want to know, everything that has been known, and everything that is being known right now is already there, right? They are all existing in the mental plane. So the ability for you to go and tap into it is what we will help each and everyone here. And just even to understand what that plane is and what to do there. So today's lesson is for you to be aware, just bringing your awareness that there is something called the mental plane. Okay, so when you're there, when you're walking around, just have it in your mind. Say there is something called the mental plane. BBR freeba. Okay, that's where everything comes from. And as you keep learning, maybe in intermediate, you're going to learn more about that. But maintain consciousness, the real you, the soul. You need the mind to interpret what you are doing here in creation. And because we hear mind, um, one mind need to me say on fambo na on bo idea. Okay, on fambo idea or creation until because it's our money to me, wabo bibia or mental plane already. Okay, so the mental plane is a plane where everything exists. So be aware. Say see our hanum bibia or it's already there. And you feel na okobo mpaye bi actually to me be so onfa bibi mro. All you need to know is understand say it's there. So just tap into it. And where is it? It's 33 mental plane. Last week we did talk about causal plane, right? And I said, say, the causal plane was the plane where we actually give causes to things that we create. In the mental plane, things just exist. They are there. As a flower, that's a flower or honey without any cause. But then about causal plane and near man cause say be see anom ne produce perfume and I say ma be MSC no on the honey no, right? Until every idea is already existing in the mental plane. So in the mental plane, you can be there to find ideas. Just tune into your mental body and then travel, or tuning into your consciousness and travel there, right? And you can also, connect with all the ascended masters that are on that plane. Because as humans, we also have the ability to transcend the physical, the astral, the causal, and live. They say the Ote Hanuma or Ball Brano, the mental plane. When you die from here, physical body in the rest there, then your consciousness will take the mental body, and then you'll be living in the mental plane. So some of the ascended masters, as Teacher Adomako said, like Buddha, maybe some of you are not aware of some of these ascended masters, but the famous one are Buddha and the Christ figure, no, the Yeshua figure. Those are ascended masters that are actually in the mental plane. So they are beings like you and I that are living in the mental plane. Aside beings like us, we also have thought forms. Okay, thought forms are things that we imagine. Okay, when you start imagining things, right, you are creating them. So start is a dream baby. When the moment now we start is a dream na wabono, not all honum. Okay, and then it's in the mental plane and you give it energy or honoma or yeninyama. You might not see it, but it's there. That's why we say your thoughts create your reality, because the moment now by dream hono side the chrono created that because or that until dream one is just all bring you awareness to that thing. No? Everything is already there, but when you begin to think, or when you begin to say what do I dream cause no na aba amount by that. Okay, so again, if you want to understand what this creation is all about, try most of the time to contemplate on your mind. What does it do? Ade ade pote ade ko pote ben na nejuma pote pa ben oye obade. Okay, and so obade e kwan ben so no ofa so bo. Onye se obompo bibia o hodada ano de attention koso, because consciousness, you've created everything. BBR or homa that. So we'll move your attention to something that already exists in the mental plane. Now, one thing that I want us to be very careful as students here, no, is what we are thinking about all the time. Because the moment that Obe started thinking about something that you don't want to know, you begin to create that thing, no, for yourself. Because like I said earlier, the mind is the creator. Mind no na ɛbɔ adeɛ no, anaasɛ mind no na ɛma wo experience adeɛ no. Nti the moment a wode w'adwene bɛsi so pɛ na things are starting a creative or mental plane now one kasa wo twe ba ema. So o started say o dream ho na attention akɔ ade korɔ ne so wɔ hɔnom na ayɛ start twe ne ba na afkɔ causal plane na o the reason ti a wo dream ho no de ama no then na aba the astral plane na o the emotions aka ho obi ho ne say ade korɔ na ba wa brabo. Okay, so the knowledge of self no breaking it down free the physical body, which is what we are experiencing here, and then the astral body, which is our emotions that we are feeling, the causal body, which is our memory, and then the mental body, which is where Adrian and Kasa resided. And so one of the things that teacher Adamako did great was the differentiating between the mind and the brain, because most of us, we confuse ourselves with that. Okay, brain ni ene share utrimono, but Adrian ain't share utrim. The brain a receiver. Okay, the brain and then download the information and free Adrian. Okay, and see, there's more to learn about the mental plane and the mind, but as beginners, if we bombard you with too much information, it's very confusing. So today's lesson is just to bring your awareness to the idea that there is something called the mental plane where everything starts from. Not that it's starting from, it's already there. Okay, so we are not actually doing anything. We are just bringing our awareness. So we are training our awareness to tune into whatever we want to tune into, because everything exists in the mind. Everything exists on the mental plane. So be aware. Nti efiri na kono. Men dream say ukoye bibi ama tumi bi di bibi every baby abro. Okay, bibi a ohia bia no ewo hodada. Right? Until the here and say ubenya you be conscious say or hodada. Then all the word you be see at the chronic so it's like senka o dema edem bibia and bibia na what dino represent the mental plane. It's already there. And then look at that touchlight at the corner open, right? All the touchlights no etoswa, then you become aware of it. So the mental plane contains everything. You wanting something, no, and are you creating something in your head, no, it's just bringing your awareness to that thing that already exists, right? And with this knowledge, it actually helps you to know that you don't lack anything because everything already exists there for you. Nyankopɔn bɔɔ biribiara anaasɛ the source no bɔɔ biribiara no onim ahyɛaseɛ kɔsi awieeɛ, so he knows everything that you need or you needed, you need and you're going to need. Nti ne nyinaa wɔ hɔ ma wo. Just bring your awareness to it. Learn how to go there. Learn how to tap into it. Learn how to bring things to yourself. And then learn how to prevent things that you don't want. Senebeya obi ohonoma or yenyoma ompe, but odwin so obi na yamano, right? Because he said unim say wankasa na woye. Pacho say atiase. So and then lesson no, you be trying to short say mental plane, bibia or homa, is the plane of everything that you ever need. And the key, and now the boss, is the imagination. The imagination is your imagination is your limitation. How far you can imagine is your limitation. Nti the obetimi I imagine biano ewo ho. Nti si ase me imagine Nigeria or nipatia or honum. The obetimi I imagine bia is there. Like I said, it's just the awareness. Awareness na the because and now here. And no be near their mama no. Say yeah, they margin ba bibi so no, and your friend awareness. And then the moment you become aware no, now bibi anti me hint out them. Okay. Nti yeah, they less in the anam na the questions be or honoma ya maho kwan na obi abisa na ya church mama obi ate ne ho ase. Medamase. I'm dreaming pacho.
Yeah. Okay. for teachers for no afa mo time bebree, but ɛnyɛ hwee yɛbi yɛde bɛhyɛ mu. Please, before I accept question and answers, I would like to make this one real quick before we start. Please, I would like all of us to stick to the anything. The topic in about today. No, I want all of us to understand what we are really teaching here. So let's kindly ask questions. I'm not forcing everyone. But if we stick to the lessons that we teach, we ask more questions about what you've heard today, that one will help you more to understand what we are doing here and the teachings that we teach. Because since like most of the times, everyone will want to ask their own questions about the things they've heard of outside here and all that. They are all good. They are all good. I'm not saying say they are bad to ask, but if and bisa questions after the teaching no ho a kɛbɛboa yɛn nyinaa ma yɛate nneɛma ase, then the rest of the questions no will come later, or maybe mo bɛtumi atwerɛ agu group nim so teachers for no ɛbɛ ansa mo pɛpɛɛpɛ. Okay, meda ase. So Joseph Kote.
And before we get Joseph, quick one. Not like say dream casting I want mean bisa question that is not related to we know. So question it ebe join it ebe link it with it it's okay. But men for questions out of the range. That's what I believe some teacher dreamer. Thank you.
All right, thank you. That's Joseph. Okay, Joseph, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, hello, good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
My quick question is like I was a bit late, so I missed a whole section. But what I want to understand is like the mental plane, as the teachers were saying, it is a plane where everything exists. Everything exists. So like when you imagine it, then it comes into reality. And thank you.
Okay. And teacher Adomako, be you annoy.
Okay, I think teacher Adumako na oye music akra.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Yeah, to our institute now. I've been my group here, maybe.
Okay. So Joseph, that's it. That's and one our kind, everything already exists. So you imagining it, is you bringing your awareness to it. Because at the end of all that, and see the moment now will be imagine now all the awareness in there, because it's already there. Everything is already there. You are not doing anything new. But what I say, you are not actually even on a higher level. You are not actually even creating it because it already exists. But you are creating it for yourself.
Okay, and like how can I like with your last summary now, like how can I pull it from the mental to the next
yeah, I
level
think Joseph,
to
let me
come?
help you here. I think Institute, I think what he was trying to say is say what do I dream sisuna like a bit more physical hano mama, right, Joseph?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you see
Yeah,
that's the reason
and then
why
I
I
mean,
wanted to make it clear. So maybe Institute with my explaining how no further manati as you say. That's not how it is. So or maybe how it's done. That's
Okay. So Joseph, you want to know how to bring it from the mental plane to the physical.
yes.
Okay. So the process, Nana may as I may summarizing a little bit short to be no. So first you imagine it. Okay. You have to imagine it first. So why imagine and then it's just there. Okay. So your first thing that you need to do is imagine it. Now imagine, what is the cause? Then I didn't now imagine Sadian. I didn't now pay. And what is the reason? You have to give it a cause for that imagination to manifest in the physical for you. And then you bring it to your astral, and then you add the feeling to it. The feeling now be added to it, is the energy now be drawn from the astral to the physical. In short summary, that's how the process works. That's what I say.
Oh yeah. My passion way Matthias say. In like in my imagination, what you imagine, not like what the reason I can't want to be things that me say I the eba in
Mm-hmm.
my life.
Mm-hmm.
Then you add emotions, like say what
Emotion.
so much eba edema. Then
Yes.
uh,
In,
later
in,
in the realm, no,
in
na
in the physical,
appear.
yeah, just a little action we are by not at the corner.
And the action there.
Oh, say yeah. Okay. My imagine say me pe car red, right?
Mhm.
Me car no me here gidi gidi me dem beko adwuma. I've given it a course. And so now no a free mentor about course or about astro. Okay. And then me feeling ni na because the car we there. Hey, me nya me ho be me do e be bo me makọ adwuma. Sa emotion na me apply no e train ba. Ba physical nti physical action I mean it's okay. The kwan bɛn so na bɛfa so amenya. One, there are so many ways in the physical no. Wobɛtumi ayɛ ne sɛ ɛno ankasa mmra, then the universe will orchestrate it in its own time. And I say because it say you also have the capability say okay mewɔ sika nti me imagine yɛ na makɔ store na makɔtɔ, right?
Okay,
So you can leave it to the universe to bring it to you in its own time, or you can actually go and buy it yourself.
okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. I know, and understand. And about your me other question, and I say, if say obi a bodama like when a person is mad, is it the like body no jacket no and like saint ne dem na asay and I say the soul itself no it's also mad.
No, the soul is not mad. Okay, there's something wrong physically. I say yeah, there's something wrong physically. The brain, no, maybe a ɛho atɔkyima. So ntumi nya the full consciousness no in his brain no. Physically something atochima. It has nothing to do with consciousness.
Oh, okay. Like the soul like is aware say the the physical body that he's living inside it is mad. It is mad.
Yes, yes. Sometimes it's an experience for the soul no, to go through because there's nothing like an accident. So the consciousness no, the soul no, is aware, but unknown to the person no, maybe on need self-awareness. They said their self-awareness, say your soul no. The person might not have that self-awareness until on your aware say on your body no, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
So then he will be walking around as if so about them, but truly no, his true self no about them. So that not say me cranny pia, then it's just the body in the hand that me cran or yen your mafufro. It is a ultimate and kaya their ability to tap into a mad person's dreamer and those or more than because so dreamy those or normal or any normal. But just so the physical body man, then he acts as well about them because everyone's physical body is as your local home for the soul no, and our consciousness. No. It is so far as I would ask media or local home near your physical body now. Nti wokɔ baabi a wobɛsa aba wokɔ baabi a wobɛba until so wobɛwu. So as long as you are in the physical body no, you are always going to be tied up nti obi a wabɔ dam no sɛ ɔnyɛ self aware or ɔdwens sɛ your body na then of course ɔbɛdwen sɛ wabɔ dam.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
That's my last but may if you may kaya, I'll raise my hand.
No problem. All right. Me that's it. We there. Abusa for my small correction be na yentwaso. Please, with all due respect, ne pamucho. Pamucho say uba na si efawa. Me pada make sure say ube bisa question ba ko pese de be ya. Yebitima for more maka nyasa time obeko na obi ntimi ambisa ne question na aka ne trim why me srem a ye foot itimi fo bi awie na se saba be dru so na wasa ebisa bi mu a me srem a na enye fast mind me das. Okay, Richard. Richard, please, bit me with our question.
I would have probably just come now. The first one, no. The bear was 1 in 2, something like that. First one is about them. The second, what say we know, mental, no. We talk about the brain and the mind, but the second, me the all kind of things, yeah. And my understanding from what he said, no. Can we say, brain, no, and I'm saying that diet, no, and only a hardware, and maybe a mind here, soft beat, which my like need to be a software, I bad, and here one, and a two, at the plane of existence, no. But to say, sometimes you can say your record, you cannot tap it. If you don't record, no. Things over there, no, one, subjective, will be a problem, and at the same time, no, you see a fact, yeah, you guy, that we want to delve into. If you be to say, you can say, yeah, the lifestyle, the dignity, and that's a process, yeah, after the man of crime, a baby, the same, my in, and I say, how no facts, it comes to you as a sits individual. So, many questions.
Okay. So the first one, no, the brain is the hardware, the mind is the software. But you're not, so you're okay. Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the brain is the hardware, the mind is the software. And then regarding where the records are, no, actual record now can want some. Now I think so about nim kakra obesua idea the inner world no is subjective and your objective as this physical no. Okay, so that's why a personal is a whole journey. So when you're going into the inner, most of the time you are looking for what is about you. What we are teaching here and helping you to know, no, it's about you. It's not about before fraud. You can do stuff to help someone, but mostly it's about you. So everything that you find in there, no, is for you, not for someone else. Because maybe some may be before fraud. And then maybe I can go in seeking for information about you. I don't know, but I say the data crowd. So me go in and I make us me go seek information.
You might know why let's see the all can patch up. Okay.
If I go into the inner and I go even seeking for information about you, oh my Hong Kong grandpa, I can't even access your information. So the inner, no, that's why we don't actually, we try to help you to do things for your own self, because there is nothing like obi ko bomb payama na so bi ko hwehwe biama. It's subjective, personal, right? So trying to find information about someone, say no, is a little bit subjective. Indeed, pay attention to yourself and seek information in the inner, no, as you've begun this journey, no. Always think about you and then what you are looking for within, and I say in the inner planes, rather than when the time comes for you to help someone, now we will teach you how to do that. But for now, no, just think about what you are and then what you are seeking for in the inner, because everything is going to be about you. It's about your own experience when you go in there. Because so kwa enya me no na eko. The obehu no enya no bi na mehu. In the physical crown na heading say mehu at the color red. By email o ani nya ntu behu no say blue. And then in the inner crown is more malleable where maybe me a change BB in the twinkle of an eye to blue a bit blue and so. Right? And then maybe my choice say me I'm a lion, but within a twinkle of an eye, I can change to become a cat. Into whom is me a lion, now appear, no a catch before so I who lion, but no knowing say I was a cat.
Okay.
Right. So the inner a little bit malleable and subjective. In the answer question.
Yeah. Richard Mpacho, are you okay?
Yes, but the question I asked was I said, I want, I said, I'm a chef for me home. So about say, what should I do? Something about state. Really, we all know the Ghana independence, yeah, but there are records, yeah, we all want to find the facts. I come, what kind of Bible, but we don't want to know the idea this time and I say, who is the actors. The
Oh
fact
yeah,
that
yeah.
Richard,
Yes,
let
yeah.
me. Okay, Kasa Institute.
Matthias, and Neoma is term. You want to go back and verify say if it's there.
I see the same as you see it, and I said, quite maybe the way to be different. And then that was
Okay. Yes, and also say the same thing because time. Oko wedding usua de ko anima. I say time enye linear. Time a fluid, and there are timelines. And or the causal plane. That's not about timelines. So the timeline now the chronicity, if say oko na oko finding information na oko a different timeline, it might not be the same thing. For example, there is a timeline in our Earth, a timeline that World War didn't happen. Okay, there is a timeline that World War didn't happen. And there is a timeline that World War happened, which is the one that we are in. There is also a timeline that World War II never happened. Only one happened. So Oko Enima a little bit subjective. That's what I'm saying. Um, and then you need a little bit more knowledge to understand this. Until the question we know, Oko Enima abetiase. Why?
all right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, so Bushafo, please let's kindly stick to uh small in my mind. So we should kindly stick to the lesson that we were teaching today. And let's make sure say we ask just one question so that we can pick everyone. Thank you. So yeah, survivor, please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Um, Good evening, family.
Please kindly raise your voice, Kakra, and come close to your phone. Voice will actually.
Um,
Yes, so dream.
okay,
So on also and the voice no which obeti me abo no. Odon sabona yi ni so a answer o match 100%.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
amana koso. So na bi ebeti. Yeah, wait makoso.
okay. For me, question is say, Sonia, your teacher ne ka say near bedroom be a jumama. Let us say obi, if I say obi ayo bibi, okay, and then wana asa that thing the thought comes to you again. Now we dream what? Does it mean you are recreating what happened? Like I want to understand because sometimes Adriana something happened in the past, okay, and you were hurt. And maybe you are trying to forget it, but why? You see that thing comes back to your mind, and how do we deal with that? And I'm person.
Okay. I think the some of the reason why you see it's fine. It's fine. You maybe ubi your bonnie. So what I say yes, oh ubi your bonnie fache. Of course, you can forgive, but the word forget that one it doesn't exist. You understand? You can never forget because if imagine say we can forget, that means we will never have memories. all the beautiful moments in your life since you were born. Now what have it, maybe your birthday be uko g weni ucha cake you say for no. Like I forget the word forget really exists and or it's a honoma. Like you can never remember all those beautiful moments. You understand? So it's all about you having you like taking control over yourself and make sure say you don't stick to negativity thoughts. So what I say, you can we bet him that channel, bet him that chain nipa kwa dibi nipa ne dear will be ano. But say we forget on that one day. I don't think say a very possible. But make sure say unfa wadwin unfa nshi mu bebre. So what I say, unfa wadwin ko honum bebre say adia ni because eye obi eya or so tia say woni nipa na etie. So what I say, we den so a nipa na be you bibi amana ye oya. But once you understand, say you are a soul, but you are not the physical body now. I emotions that tie be a bit bring on that be and you don't really pay attention to all those things. Because the moment I will be kai say anipa we my dear I am in Japan. In that moment, you are in pain. So what you're saying to mood the best. So what I said, but once I would once say me a soul, but I'm not because the soul doesn't have emotions, such as only the physical body nipe and or emotions. So what I saying, so what I say on that level now, like for be now, like it doesn't really touch us. Because what I say, I hope yeah, the match and it makes sense to you.
Yeah, Matthias.
Okay,
Matthias.
okay,
That means where the attention goes, energy flows. Some
exactly.
of us attention and anchor it will not bring anything.
Exactly. So if you don't say one for one drink alcohol, it will never come back because maybe
Okay.
obi here or there. Nipa no anytime you have been winning piano na aba back. Not that memory. I not there or na aba back. Why? Because the piano attention will honor. So what I say, why dream wɔ hɔnom anaa ade na nipa no yɛ wo no wansu ama na anhye wo nti ne time bi a w'ani bɛbɔɔ so biara no na anaasɛ bia wohu sɛ obi yɛ similar thing pɛ na wakae nipa no deɛ na ɔde yɛɛ wo no so what I say. But the moment a wobɛte aseɛ sɛ sei na ade no si teɛ ɛna meyɛ this no wobɛhu nipa no wobɛhu no ɛmma mesi wo tiri mu mpo koraa because you are beyond that thing na ɔde yɛɛ wo no why no a far from adena nipa ne de yɛɛ wo no you don't think about pain you don't want to feel pain anymore but just what you're saying today be anama wadwin enko negativity positive things ho nko a fa senka wode ba kwa dwin obi ho ade ode yo no ka fa dwin ade a ebema wo kra ne etima raise a more energy sama ne ho so what you're saying enu mo
Dream,
mbebo yes nana
dream, mommy, wow, kakra bi so
nipa
me
choma
party to a bit so. And meaning about say it's okay. And first of all, the song say it's okay. Say wo bi aye wade na wo kai. Eno na normal. Say the dream kan no. Wo di ache nipa na ka say wo di ache nipa na ni say on duale won sa ade ni su game na udi ya ewo mu. E wo mane en trigger we yi. Me van say so bi ye wade na nya. Obi aye wade na ankoye e wo wo side a. But me use the word and yet ankoye wo side it wasn't pleasant to you or it wasn't in favor of you until who say yeah classify and say bonne and why be the moment na be na no adie ni timi ba uti ba o reaction no utimi control sa reaction na wo mu na emma wundi ya emma wunwi no ho ka say akwa ade odi ya mi pa de on say obi timi ya wade initially no na wo ye be bedroom ne na wo kan de sere e dey ntimi ye kan de sere bi say nyese ya forget you won't forget it name duale won so biem design nsi ayi person o che dream person o che say men duale wo so na emma na ntrega niema aha nkotwe yaw emfa ma umu saa na o pa kire say we ye ayi a ebebo
Oh,
a saa na o pa kire that's
okay nana me das okay so yeah pacho so what you say
Matthias.
okay me das
Matthias,
okay me das Dominic, but you bet me a question.
So my question is, yes, you said that now more children was BBF free adwin mu na eba no.
Okay.
Na me pese me hu say o dream bibi ho na aba reality no. O dream ho time be na ade no be manifest na time no ɛwɔ sɛ ɛyɛ biribi a da biara na ɛwɔ sɛ wogu so a wobɛdwen ho anaasɛ sɛ wodwen ho baako na wogyae mu a na nka wagyae na nka adeɛ no ankasa ayɛ follow up.
Okay. Matthias. So Nana Pacho Ubefana.
Pacho, my
Okay.
no. Okay, Dominic, the attorney said, so what's national critique idea? Idea no now we imagine, you know. Then you take doubt out of it because creative we are a energy and our sending with their creative idea. And it's also to one outside edge, say, oh, Nadi cry a day. The moment I have a casa and I say, what cancel that energy, positive energy now, the creative idea. To creative we are, let it be. Unya creative, tenacity, imagination, we are, let it be. At the end now, all tenacity, so we're doing one of these as an experience. And imagine say, my tenacity, I creative say, because some year, me fancy me sound, but some year doctor. Number tenacity, imagine some year doctor. Doctor no, ewo, and no, my creative we. Men sound come at you, because mean to me, and the doctor no create dinner, and no, what say, why the end creative, because energy me. What they mean the positive and negative energy. Now I neutralize. Now I neutralize it, and it's not going to work anymore. But we are then what now? Requirements. Yeah, the doctor. Those requirements, you do anywhere. I check a preference who reduce vibration. And it's a me doctor. A quite me for some make me raise me vibration about a doctor. The person also me go school. I was saying, and no, the reduce vibration, no, now about the catch up. And maybe I tell you, for example, besides the West Obi, now when you general, now Ben, the pan, what catch and no, what carry, after also reduce vibration, also show baby. That then I'll be only a one side that would be reduce vibration.
Okay.
Aha, no, into no time now, kind of. When we go to inner, there's nothing like time. Yeah, honey, what time? Everything about so imagine ya ejina where you where they make exact where they you use you for where you willpower ejina willpower so the way we see you na de no how would a energy attach no and the money and so to me you be ade nipa ni jina no wa hwe odi no akome no agu ngopɔ wa no wa kan sam na wa me ya. Yes, one way, yeah. Most of the time, 99% they be because of energy, no, the actually not or the or criteria they are not about. Sanity. So we be the back and that's
Okay. Dominic and Pacho, what you say?
Yeah, and I'm just saying, let me say, baby, back what meaning say, yeah, one touch, meaning some touch, and me what I say, yeah, na Kaka, can say, my idea and possible because depending on baby, I would know any idea I will be son, and also come be a bear.
Yeah, so fine say Dominic me minimum idea opisi a here. So what you say. But say who be manifested our life ma. The see most of because question now bisa ubi di can be bisa. And most of the times before you penny quick too much. You per se you can't be and the adena baby see one no. This is religion and might be having that kind of we if anything a thought to no say and uko heavy and uka say mummy so no man no that's not how it is. Yes, we think ade no ho na me kind na wagin say me can say me peka na kana yira magical na ba bisi no that's not how things work. You understand when you want something to manifest in your life you first you ube create ade no wa adwin nim and you give it a time. You don't have to think about how it's going to come. Say maybe 10 years, say maybe 50 years, say maybe 1 year, say maybe 2 hours. Now, but that one shouldn't be your problem. The universe will take control over those things. You understand?
Why physical side?
Aha, what why honam die no, but honhum honam die no honam if anything how do you can say mpokra sunsun mu die no sunsun mu die no jai ema universe na nkasa no so operate na die don't men konkot na ho na nkasa adi kura me de ache nti adi be ba na emma. So what you say in that case, who say bringing it down, the energy now would follow a yard and who say retracted this, who the negativeness I tired adding it to. So what you say, then it comes in two different ways. Maybe you person okokoto a friend is an opako person okoto maybe bread, but uni uzika enso. So what you say in this case, maybe ube chain kakra. So what you say? Maybe the next day or the we bet to be about becho. So what you say? But so who is kind of so now maybe it's kind of so you can work towards to baby a ton bread, So kwakoto maybe universe no maybe obi jina honum. Oh, may top bread maybe 2 CDs, but see cry 1 CD. Maybe no obi ben say, oh bra, energy 1 CD for so. Never, two cities never at all. In that case, in the universe, Nana and we're working the way out. Ama will be the one city number so the amount. Now one, I know, that one shouldn't be your problem. Say, hey, now bread you come, then I'm going to by force episode koto, but also see cancel. So at 100% so scanner, then you go and buy it yourself. In that case, it's same as say I did not manifest, But if you don't have it and you want it to manifest by force, leave it to the universe. You have the thoughts and set it, create it. Use it to the universe. The universe will work it out for you. I hope you say it clear.
Yeah.
Medas.
Yeah.
Okay, Medas. Okay, Hakuna. Hakuna mpacho betimi ebusa question.
Question a obisaeɛ na mpɛ sɛ de kakra ka ho ɛwɔ manifestation mu. Na mpɛ sɛ use example wei temperature ɛkɔ chemistry a solubility fɛn sɛ wode nsuo esi gya so na ndɔe na wode nkyene ato ɛmɛ temperature ahoɔden a egya no behia ansa na nsuo no ehu no kɔ soro. Na sɛ wɔn nsuo no hu dada na wɔde nkyɛn tum a nkyɛn bi ya na anane. Nti sɛ wo create bi a vibration wɔde create sɛ wɔ fam a ɛsɛ wo build na wo gya no ma manifest. Nti sɛ wo ka bi na manifest na ɛsɛ deɛ wɔyɛ magic. Ana mpɛ sɛ metwe na adwene si so. That's it.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Abba. Abba mpacho betimi ebusa question.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yo, me pacho. Said ya na ye bra kan o ka say adwen no at the moment wo ba dwen bibi no na wo manifest bibi. Wo say bi adwen bi a be kwa akoto no wo manifest bibi. Say bi a negative or positive no na wo manifest bibi. Na sisi a nkyeremu yi so ma beti ase say sɛ bibi saa no te sɛ woyɛ bibi ebe manifest na enye adeko no hɔ na ebe manifest anaso sɛ bibi wɔ hɔ a sɛ wotwɛn ansa na eno universe ne de ma ba mate ase sɛ already no sɛ deɛ wo ba dwi bibi no edi kan manifest dada sɛ na eti saa deɛ a den na bibi bi omu a pese bi a me pese mi to brodo ana se me pese me ye bibi e no de me je mo ma university no mane wo bra embre a me pese me to ade no mi hia ade no me dwen ho dada pacho ya make am watch ma say
Pacho, my
Okay.
question no like I
Matias pa nana.
all right.
I
Okay.
Matias here. Me no ba de tie ne say. So wo imagine ade na wa creating wo inner. na ina no the entire imagine ya creating say no energy and vibration na wo very high. For instance, is ya semiti the beyond ye cha de ye catch them say oko astral ade no imagine ya ne aba akreti wo dada ba ye ya ha no your physical na e wo form until the vibration na wa ha na e de ade ne be man aban eteki because wa ha ne your time e wa ha until na eche ansana aba. That doesn't mean so create ade na and also imagine and create me imagine say this ya me wo Ghana me tena na me imagine say me wo Ghana. I'm already there. I've already created that but for it to manifest over here physically and no it take due to the your frequency and your energy send you see alone in here if I told you here
Yeah, I mean, the friend say
frequency and energy the energy differences na a woman and a man who is a baby or be created in and what created that.
yeah,
Okay.
Mama Abba, me pacho na sometimes you me make a friend say me the example keke.
Oh,
Me
okay.
use bread for example. But just what I say.
Oh, yeah.
Example can I make it, but I don't say me say koto bread and not that means a bread, even though for you being here, you being here, not any what's in Bisana will be say, it was already there. So what I say.
Mm-hmm.
But
Nti dream.
not time on swing for you to ask it. And that time also no, and our bar friends question or where Bisana patch. So what I say.
Nti dream, ma me so me fa we nka ho mama.
Okay.
Ma, the other way is also able to me adwin ho ne say, so per TV channel and also per radio station. Now tune channel no at the 195.5 now per. Now they put at the 292.5. Obetich into the vibration in your match here with your vibration no in an vibration near high. Into to manifest it, as I so raises our vibration, as I so tune way radio needed to her. And son again and Casal be no one manifesting for it. And no does it and when I help you a little bit, Anna.
Yeah, Matthias, yeah, Medan say.
Okay, thank you.
That's it.
That's all right. So who is next? Okay, Eduse again. So no one is there. So I'm picking up Eduse. Okay, Dominic.
Deɛ na ɔkyerɛ no na actually na medwen ho na this thing came to my mind sɛ ɛsɛ
Okay.
mede yɛ example bi kɛkɛ sɛ ɔhu sɛ adeɛ no yɛdwen ho wɔ yɛ tiri mu a sɛdeɛ mɛyi so genesis creation no a wɔde too hɔ sɛ aduaba bi a adam ne yifoɔ diiɛ ma ɛbɛ manifest yɛ kwɛde bɔne baeɛ na ayɛ te sɛ adeɛ no wodwen ho wɔ wo tiri mu a ɛba w'akoma no mu a akoma ni mu no feeling no sɛ na mo ka no ne de wa attachment na wo de be attach a wo feeling ne wo pa ade no ansa na manifestation no appear which is the physical ain't no sɛ me fa me ho example a bibia a wo pese wo ye no ebi a esi a me no ka sɛ mihia ka miniska me de koto Bugatti na sɛ na me meditate sɛ me pe Bugatti a me nya so sɛ metimi enya ɛwɔ sɛ me ma to say be a me my nneɛma bi a ɛbɛboa me a bi a medin sɛ metumi atɔ na ne mmienu na tumi akɔ ansa na atumi amanifest ama na ba but menya no nu sɛ metumi Bugatti ne mentumi nkɔdwen ho nkɔda sɛ me meditate na kinkyina
so what I say nti simple so what I say nti wohwɛ wo ho sɛ yɛ nam ho isisie ya isi a Dominic adwuma bɛn na woyɛ sika sɛ na wunya a wopɛ sɛ wokɔtɔ Bugatti wopɛ sɛ wo manifest Bugatti ɛmfa wotwum kan sɛ deɛ kora na ɛmfa so what I say nti in this case that doesn't mean say like bibia ni hɔ nom so what I say hwɛ wo level baby a wo adeɛ bɛ pa ne even though kora ɛbɛfa mpo kora the universe knows say you don't need Bugatti right now You need what you need no is not Bugatti. So we there Emma Bugatti will never come. Obema wa de fufro say idea here right now. Idea your needs and your wants no. Idea here maybe and this is where you find yourself. The universe won't give you Bugatti, but Obeka said Brabisian, you come and learn about consciousness. That's why you find yourself here. But just what you here. So it shouldn't always be about something you yourself you say who needs carry to plane. But person who manifest plane. How? It doesn't work like that. So we for me sometimes yeah in consciousness listen to yourself. So what you say, listen to yourself more than
And
say
then
ube
idea about so I see the buy a customer. You ever can see I who need veranda also buy a day.
person yeah
That's the thing. So if you don't have the space and the capacity to do anything, why do you think say it's gonna work? And
exactly.
that's what we have to think about it too. Matching your frequency, matching like Uber calculate or abrabomu how things are before saying you jump into something that you're not gonna be able to do. Thank you.
Exactly. So thank you, Richard. I do say sorry. Okay. Semiha. Semiha Mpacho betimi abisa question. You can ask your question. I hope you say me I pronounce your name well. Semiha, please. You can ask your question.
Okay, hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, so my question is about the ascending masters.
Okay.
I got to know that there's some of them are in the mental plane. So that means they are still in creation. So is there hope for us to also exit creation?
Yeah, of course. That is our goal. That is the goal for us to go beyond uh, the creation. But for that one there, I can't decide for you. That one it will depends on what you can learn and what will you be able to. Maybe tomorrow you wake up all of a sudden that you know everything already. You understand that will determine for you. So for right now, of course, you have access because you yourself where you are coming from, you are beyond the creation. You understand. So until say you are still stuck in the physical body, that one day it will be difficult for you to if anything go outside the creation, but that is our goal. For you existing out from the creation doesn't mean say it everything is has come to an end, because it goes beyond. Like there's multiple galaxies, dimensions, like planets out there. You understand? It doesn't only end there when you exist from creation. So I hope say it's clear.
Me,
Yeah, that's
I the dream. Me, but so, me about question
Okay.
who be saying, oh, kind of in terms of who as a physical body we are okay, and I say, oh, kind of who as a soul, because as a soul you're already beyond crazy, you're experiencing crazy. So, for instance, let's take Buddha. Buddha, obey we are saying anything on friend Sadinki or something like Guatemala. Now or your prince, ni din no, ni din ankasa na or the war physically, no, they were according to omo religion no. Na ne idea na obeche ye na ya to be Buddha no Buddhism, that idea no. And na that idea came from the mental plane. Meaning about yes, sanity. And when we talk about the ascending masters, we are not talking about the physical body at the same yet your body, your friend ascending masters. We are talking about the inner. What you are saying, any panel, the tiny mono idea now or the buy and who has some near can the Academia Obi on the Christ consciousness. It's not the physical body. So Obi any panel better on a friend Christ no as a near account. But we are talking about the and not the ideas, what you are saying. Aha, and no one some near account. And when we talk about those stuff, I also to me this differentiating That's why I can just say when you talk about you, you're not talking about body clouds is yan because I don't know a experience in a jacket, but we are talking about the soul. If I just yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir. And from that perspective, then you are not thinking about say me as Berthy, say body weight. No, but I'm talking about the soul, which is the energy.
So is it clear?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Maud. Maud.
Oh, actually, me new question on na deɛ na no wɔka no ɛna na meka mpɛ sɛ meka me but as ɔso ate ase nti na me mma adwene yɛ me sɛ bi a ɔno no adwene sɛ ɔmo no a yɛate ɔmo din yɛka sɛ Buddha bi a Christ ne ade no ɔmo koraa mpo not their physical body but if sɛ ɔmo no ɛwɔ mental plane na then ɔno no pɛ sɛ ɔmo sɛ bi a is it actually possible sɛ yɛn nso yɛbɛtumi atra mental plane hɔ anaa that's what I was thinking but ɔso ate ase nti it's fine.
Okay, thank you, Mdasi.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So far, please. I saw a lot of hands, but right now I'm not seeing anyone anymore. Please, in case I wasn't able to pick you up, please kindly raise your hands again so that I can pick up. Okay, thank you. Joseph. Okay, Joseph, you can ask a question.
Oh, okay. Thank you again. About when we ask the question about so I say when you imagine something we create, that is the good energy or it takes, but like it's a different thought as also bad now we negative now say no. But like in our physical realm, I would say when you in energy, the positive cable, any negative cable, no, and I produce energy at the that is our physical realm. But the person who say in the other planes like the astral and other planes, you know, the negative and positive is sana eti ewo ho no mo anase ebia ekura eno nam like each one end nam line each one aye ejuma different the other one say ejuma differently. Thank you.
Okay. Now, Anna, make I continue.
Chase and Battle, my answer question is wow, with me,
Okay. Okay. Joseph, Pacho Busani BM no Ubi Antiasi or Pacho.
Okay, me patrol. My question is your physical plane, no? So you energy, it produces with electricity. We need the positive cable
and
and
negative
cable. Now I juma. Now my energy to plug our electrical appliances and other stuff. Let me just say in the other planes, you know, in the other planes, you know, sana etie e wo hono mo ana say sana like ibisa question say if I want to create something me imagine also me a medical doctor it me create out hono mo not thought to be as answer about untiminye but like here physical play you need both the negative and the positive, you know, to work to give us the energy that we can plug our electrical appliances.
Yeah.
In the other
Okay, I understand. Okay, I understand. So, like you were saying, you know, we say physical. So that means this is physical realm hanum say, you know, that positive and the negative, you know, who created it? A young human. This is about we human. It's only for us here. You understand? It's only for us. It works here. Or physical. No? When you go beyond the physical, now, that's not how it works. We don't have positive and negative. If a energy, they don't know what is good and they don't know what is bad. But you saw what I say. So that positive and negative, it only works for us here.
Okay.
Exactly.
Dream mami fa ana institute kasa. Okay, institute kasa.
We teacher.
I asaba minua on say a trade be say asaba so below.
Yeah.
Sangin and young, we need both to balance it. That's why we used to tell say the universe is already in balance. We need both to balance because first of all, send your workers electricity assembly. Yeni here light we ewe ya ha. Ebetimi aba say obeko different way no realm and a different plane. They don't need this kind of way I light. And you be a soon will have be until sometimes me say in particular yeah na me were little bit you with amount for our more yeah and our teachers now mu teach our more respect at the end of one na any free Egypt any to say no. Oh yes assassin kwasam na woka. Uncle Mars, ye cry physical Uncle Mars, Uncle Jupiter, Uncle any other galaxies, no Uncle Spiral Galaxy, Uncle Andromeda, Uncle who near ho. Ye physical imponum, and a wako adapt a universes no. It at the end infinite. And do mean you know the war has so anchor say, sanity or baby, we all need the same materials, and yet they are making any baby. And the ground also polite. Everything about say a one in an okwa beans in the keke now and they are already light beans because one no excellent. So they don't even need what you call now say be what did you negative and positive be can be boom when you like. You don't even need those stuff over there. Understand it here because we are in different plane, different energy, vibration, frequency, and so different boom. Understand it here. I can't make my institute LBB back
Yeah,
home.
Pacho Obetumi Akasa.
No one wakano, no one number can tell no one.
Okay, thank you. Then Joseph Pacho, so we okay.
Yeah. Me okay. I find I'm way. My tears. My clear my thoughts. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. Thank you.
All right, Brian Pacho Obetumi Akasa. Brian Pacho, you can ask your question.
Hello.
Hello, Pacho Metonka.
Okay. My question is say, based on questions are now even maybe say we learn say we are souls and we are powerful. So this is the question: are we as powerful as the other beings in the other realms, like the etheric, the mental, and the rest? Because if yes, then if they are able, like the Anunnakis, if they are able to, they say our imagination creates our reality. And if they are able to imagine how to create this physical world, now but as we are also powerful, no, our imagination is only limited to whatever that will be in the whether astral, mental, etheric, or the other realms. No, but we cannot manifest something physical. Na ihuno ewa ha. So as compared to the other beings, no, are we as powerful like them, or the just your work?
With dream,
Okay.
Brian on say, yes, you are as powerful as them. The only difference, I say, you are in the physical, and in the physical, there are limitations, like the fact that Hanum mean to. Right? The laws of physics in the physical doesn't permit you to fly because the vibration here, it doesn't permit your physical body to be able to fly. But if you were not to be in the physical, so we are all powerful. The only difference is the plane BR will be and it gives you an advantage. If I say maybe I don't know, president now, oh yeah, Timamuniba. We are all humans. The only difference is position and I differentiate here. So on the soul level, we are all the same. We are all powerful.
Okay.
We are all knowing. We are everything. But in the school now, we are on a level into your class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, class 5. Into your classes, no na achichi emu. Ba yini na yepe. Meaning say, kasa out here. Into the moment now, beko Astra, no, you are powerful. You are as powerful as the Omo, the same thing. Or you're more even powerful than them. So if we have no quality, so be of class 1 now, what pass it exams, I call class 2. Now only class 2 for copy so. Because class 1, no, it's me, I call class 2. Until we need my dear more, until you do back class 2.
Okay.
So
But
once we're here, if I talk to
their clarification kakra na me pese as compared to as compared to the other beings like the Anunnakis, no, they are not here in the physical realm, but they are able to imagine to manifest our physical plane. And you may be by it me who touch fairly. But why is it that we as a being and a soul, no, we are not able to manifest based on the lessons we are having here, no, something practical? Excuse me to say, like so-called magical things. And say why you winner we are, but why you winner? But they are able to put that thing in the physical plane. Things are happening physically. But our own, we only we are able to put it into effect. Either the astral and the other realms.
And
only the main way na me person me clear based on the questions no mo bisa no. Say imagination. Because when they
make us say Anunnaki ne wo gyina hanom sisi a body na ohyem no anybody na ohyem a different.
Okay.
Right, it's a obi Ferrari and Tico. Okay, that is meaning na catch you. But imagine one be different say a racer. So the body now ohyem no more advantage. The realm no more advantage over us. That's all. In himself, what you say.
No, I don't think so. Like Obeti has said, because you see, Brino. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Rhino. Get you sir.
Yes, hello.
Okay. And then you have
Okay.
imagination. Okay. Now we have dimensions. Yeah, we have
Okay.
3D dimension. We have 4D dimension, 5D dimension. In every dimension, there is different abilities where that dimension is being programmed now. Individual souls one actually you see, their souls to do. Like for example, the imagination. Okay. Now when you come to the physical plane, we are vibrating on a 3D level. Okay. Now we have other universes.
Okay.
We have other realms. Based on the realm now, any the vibration dimension where that beings are vibration on, it depends on how they can manifest or do their thing. Okay? So every dimension we are on the laws of physics. Okay. For example, you said the area should project
Okay.
the practice and your dimension, they don't have to do they don't have to do practices. They just close their eyes and they go. Okay. So there are numerous
Okay.
experiences happening in different locations or different dimensions. Okay. Now when it comes to humans now, yes, we have
Okay.
imagination, but the dimensions in a woman, every dimension so have a loss of physics. They can loss of physics, and I know they can want them. For example, I say won't me, but they are not for no. And I'm on dimension, anyhow their body actually, they have the ability to do such things. Okay. And also how I'm making it attractive to the universal
Okay.
mind, is different. Okay, so depending on realm I want to be honest, because we are human, you different to maybe the Anunnaki, because some of their vibration on maybe the 7D, 5D, or one state of consciousness, or more biology, or more realm, or more planet. aspect of frequency of vibration is much higher. So they are privileged to use their imagination or use their natural abilities, to manifest things faster. Okay, so you need to understand yin and yang work the same. Then you was you will as you was for you and for you the same thing in the
Okay.
universe. Your more rainbow have their favorite based on the dimension from more. Rainbow have we are not favored. So we cannot do it. But we can do it, but maybe it might not go faster as the NTM. Okay. And how it became a topic, for example, if we put in here telepathy or put
Okay.
in here telekinesis. Oh, they have it because biology, okay, of their genetics, uh-huh. It is being encoded. Our mutum yes any frequency in planet from one and mutum. Now yeah, yeah, to be means, we are limited to enemy. We cannot actually do our enemy also here. And only a finish the matrix. Okay, that
Okay.
matrix not limited our power. You're meant to be used. Mama,
I think say ita network, Hanekakra. So anyway,
Yeah, not very clear.
when Kakrana, the
Matthias,
same how they're not
Your
ita
friends,
no nana
Judy
nana.
J. What the emphasis be to say, yen and moi. Yet, yet me buakunya, a table, a yeniema, but a moon to me yet. Now, me say, for example, because I'm fan say, yen nay, ni pamba, yen nay, ni pani was is all right. So, Obi were US Air Force, in nay, so obey your plane. Yeah, physically, you can tag the plane, but Obi or Ghana Air Force, I won't mean your plane. Does that mean, say, on this one, we are also, by depending on where you find yourself? And the Anunnaki is in the baby are almost one and Emma almost advantage. Yeah, what 3D, your dimension, I one, and no, Emma yen. At the same time, say, Abuas so the nipa compare more. We all have souls, but near man, nipetini and a moentini. So I'm saying this here, and depending on dimension now, woman, and now what to me, I have, and no, it's a person or can. Yeah, the network, names was our mampo.
Yeah, but
Made
with the
us.
same as Brino, sorry, say the na institute eka na want to say. Some ita eka there's no different from what institute was saying. The same thing. So I don't know why you were struggling to understand, but it the same. So what you say. The fact is say the ones that will share physical body women don't be thinking to be doing extraordinary things. Maybe the man can't not even a friend say on TRC. So far as I wish about you are limited. So what you say. Things will happen, but it might not happen faster as you are thinking right now. No? But also what you say. That doesn't mean say we cannot do anything at all. And what they are doing, we are doing the same thing, but they are not en quantum. So what you say. En quantum, you can do it.
yeah.
You can create it here, but it in them because of say you find yourself or no. So what you say. Ghana economy will go any passion.
Yeah.
What be I say? Ubede kwa kwa dwindwi na maybe krama. What my why bibi intentem. So what you say. Ufuru ni yesa etwe oba form. Ti we bibi pokwa na ebede na ye intentem. So what you say. We Ghana economy din ya ubi aswa yeshe.
Okay.
But just what you say. Example ke na me di make you. Ntino. The omoka ni nyina no. That's how it is here. There's no shortcut to be out any baby. But also what?
Matthias, yeah, based on explanation now, in a way, institute the my sorry, it at the my, now say based on the dimension of be our to say a be a practically no, yen physical plane na ya wa hano. I think say that Nakis no amun to me appear or ham will be a home. So it's impossible for them based on our dimension. Nti mehu Matthias here.
Yeah, and that makes sure say what institute was saying it was the same thing, and it kind but maybe I don't know how you were not getting it. Even though I'm like if they want to come here, they will need our body. to be able to exist here. You
Yeah,
understand? So
yeah,
in this case, yes, so your best maga say yes, you will advance a chain home, but just what you say.
yeah, yeah. Matthias, yeah.
That's
Okay,
okay. That's
okay. Thank you.
thank you. I think who else? I saw someone, but right now I'm not seeing it anymore. So please, hey, and is it because of what I said? Nitin, I will be able to question. Please, even though if you have any questions, it wasn't about the you can ask. But I was just saying it. Say if we stick to what we taught now, but if you still have any other question, baby, now we want to ask her. You can go ahead and ask it. Why, Mr. Moa? Because that's an idea. Questions, I don't know. Okay, I do say. Dominic, Pachobet, I be question.
Now my question is the mabeti I say kakra say na me obi a first na mu na me grounding kakra.
Again.
Ground like me like go say wo sara no pan do na sisi for man and kakra.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dream.
Yeah,
I
Ita.
hope was able to understand it.
Ita, Pacho, maintain the whole count.
They say, may unity call, but I hope say Brian not here.
What you say, what you say.
Oh, okay. That is
Okay, me that's. Yeah, Dominic Pacho was.
It is na me can na me pese me who say no because now no my be who be to say even rem no everything I use to have a fake.
Pacho, maintain the whole count.
Na me pese me who say no everyone na
Say the now,
just
do not see from Nana.
na say
So,
bibi a enhwe dam.
teacher, say na teacher, na Nadmako Kasano. So, Uti na no, not or see what you believe in, a baby and a baby or reality. So, what you say. But in this case, so when you come to understand, say we so now. So no, it will be like it goes beyond say we do never questions from so like we do next
Matters.
from actually like what exactly you want to attain. You understand?
Like
You go beyond that. I'm not saying say a new the minimum the cry we do next from no a be amount maybe the that one I don't know. Mean to mention the cry be amount. But the me mention say when person but what you say we so now you are beyond say we do na AC form no. But what you
yeah.
say?
Yeah, my two one as na I say the me pese me share no because physical no
Mhm.
eso no ehia one or two we understand but now yintimi enrich sa level a ebetimi a protect your home ebetimi a no na ntina na me use say ye bibi sa na say ebetimi amboa e wa
Okay, so who here for protection? Yeah. That's why I was saying, say, first of all, so one tears here say, honam no, mean protect you so no, but so no more bit not protecting honam no. It's in work on the soul to come to be to protect your physical body, But also what
yeah
I say,
na me
say if
pese
you only choose, but also say,
na me ka say ye gusu a ye ba ye nim say afei na won say yusua ne man kata nka but
eh,
me no adaba kwa me boa ne say uta ye say normally no emboa ma wonyare.
okay, fine. If that's what you believe, anything I make sure say what you believe becomes your reality. So we yes, and I say my own area, fine. That one then continue doing it. But just what you say.
And no me pese me because
Okay, Medash.
I dream. Mami,
Yeah,
mami,
Nana.
I 30 seconds. Means that time na so na mfa kakran kan.
Okay.
Dominic, kakra bi a
yeah
me dey kan me dey so dream dey nso say. So do necessary from ne ade no. It has nothing to do with your soul. It's just for this physical
yeah
body container ya ishemu. Until it's all feel say okay, me the necessary from a me do go we do necessary from a emma veins ni ade no wo na metimi stretch no asase no body
yeah
no because of say body ni feel asase we immunity no your body or your container has connection with the earth.
yeah
Sanity. And that has nothing to do with your soul. Say we so no now the exercising and I say so no it's all powerful. Sanity. That's it.
Okay. So Akos Mpacho, which will be some question.
Hello?
Yeah.
Mpacho, the question is,
Hey, na Bema na kasa Akos na Bema na kasa.
Mpacho,
Okay.
okay. Question here, 2 in 1. Baku ya say, say facilitators no baku can say, yeah, say I so ni nyina ye powerful. Me pese me hu say powerful no can powerful na ye equal na say so ni be ye powerful more than so ni be. Na say so ni nyina ye powerful no ye equal a adenti na ye ba physical world na you who say yɛmfa sɛ obi yɛ sikani sen obi na yɛmfa sɛ woyɛ sikani sen me na mmom mehu a obuo na mede ma wo no ɛyɛ a ɛha so no anaasɛ ɛha so no but the question
Akos, I want to ask you a question before answer na my answer again. What makes you think say obi is sikani chen?
No, say your ahonidie a yɛ wealth no or wealth sen me ɛyɛ physical wealth na America.
Okay, and I mean maybe say what makes you think say nipa no wo is it was sika chen and that's we sikani chen. Mpacho, first of all, say we hear adwuma.
Na me hear adwuma.
Say wo so no pa unku bi so obi sika so ma sika nto aduane ni na me boa.
Dabi, me could be
exactly. So you are no one is richer than you.
Okay.
You have to put that kind of mindset, you know. Trim. Say obi no ma we if anything we kese chen obi wo wi ase. So what you say?
Obi anya the forcing obi a.
Obi anya the phone chen obi a. The fact say you can afford something to eat for yourself, you know. Within the day, I won't go begging for obi a hono. You are good to go. Say obi sika ni chen obi say obi ye poor. Ni na dia all nipa adwen na nipa na I criticize all these things for us to look down on some people. But also what you say?
Hello, Dream.
Yes, Sika.
Okay, mame mfa kakra enka ho.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know yentimi nka say obi was catching obi. What is wrong? Yeah, but so level, near say the same thing. But when you come to the physical, yes, we are not the same. We are the same as souls. But when you come to physical, untim kan jam so ni Canada Japan. Hey, pet. Because can't change my beating. I condition kurani. Nti untimi mfa ho kototo ne Rolls Royce na wotim no a oba ayi di animu alarm edi animu no.
Okay. Enti mpacho e ho na me pese anka me hunu say
me network ne nye but mo mfa ne sa so what I say
your friends sika me ba o me
yeah
ba
me nyanwe nana
okay
nana mami nti no we are not as the same when it came to physical obi abon ho modern akobon doctorate a woyɛ medical doctor owoji obi etire so what was I want ne yepe e wo kwan be so. Yes, at the soul perspective, we are the souls, but what do you mean resume vibration? No be resume vibration. Make us one in here. That word, what mean cancer? Yes, no be busa say we are the same power with the Anunnakis. Yes, the soul level, we are the same souls, but the same soul no one knowledge. Hakras as we scroll out, no, will be beat you. What you say? No matter how you are soul, the soul means energy. You are energy. And let me exist. Fine. We soul no nim dia. You be captured. Yeah, your souls as blacks. And I'm intimidate here for almost centuries, almost 500 years. We don't know what to do with our gold, our diamond, our bauxite. They take our raw material just like that and giving us paper because we don't have knowledge as souls. So we are soul, no one knowledge. Yes, you are a soul, you are energy. As so power as everybody, every being. But if you don't have knowledge, count yourself the lowest. So no or have experience. So we say maybe so no doesn't care or no have experience. Nti the obey with the so no so no on farm opa mo metwa so no farm because we onyehwe. But when you experience how somebody cuts somebody's head, it doesn't concern the soul. So we need to raise our knowledge, our vibration into certain point. Ah, yenu betimi reach baby. Other than that, pay was as so. We are all human beings, and as something raising to that
Nana to us, so I think about network and connection.
Yeah, and I said
level, and
maybe
come.
hey, maybe
Yeah,
dear,
Nana to us.
maybe dear, not dream air cano, and nana, dear, not dream we can on nana, comedy BB so to say. A ye construct, send ye net dream case, so no, and as a nipa ye baha a bisini bino. A ye programming. Obisa question be a very important. At the end, the man who said, Obi e will be bisino. A very critical question. Samiti way, Semisi kabeti me aso gari, and the lady na me food. Now obisi kabeti me aso me fan say fried rice, and the obedi no beti me for at the end of the day before eating. And if was as is now, obi ada, we do things similarly. But only experience now you go through no a little bit different. So no, send you na sikedi can you experience it different way. And last week you tried to be about timeline and say institute and mention. Oh, for timeline now, and you might be brain also. Maybe the idea may find any different. Also, the alpha is different. That doesn't make you more important than me. That doesn't make you more wealthier than me. We're having different experiences. But and you also say, okay, we what idea we what dine a chess wuska. Oh, dine, now me high dine at the end of the night, obiada my dear channel. Oh, dine saying, oh, repair. Mr. Me dine no, monthly bill at the few also repair. Internet at the end of the day, no, oh, now what dreaming mono in your mind now be decided say, I dear we away can ye the same. And internet told them you used to say be content with what you have. So we are content with what you have. On Jenny said, we as to cinema, we ye cinema because we do things the same. And the me can be to a dream the kind. We are all the same. If you have $1 billion, you can buy only the things you want. If I have one CD and I can use one CD to buy the thing I want, at the end of the day, you own chairman. Someone with the million, the American, Sana made the minimum as yet, of course, the attendance says, no way, say, me what 10 million. Name to me koto ediani na midi. Now so 10 Ghana cedi. Now so to me koto ediani na udi na o me a. Ye nyina obi amen. So o Bugatti. Now so na the call dia me fa se e kwa akra na o de kwa. Okodun kran. Me so me wo your friends Toyota Corolla S. Now me so me drive kodun kran me dun kran. Me feel VIP me dun kran. Me feel trotro me dun kran. At the end of the day our destination is inclined. And you know, I want Nina where you telling Nina what I doing, Nina your programming, Nina your construct. Yeah, dear go as I see way so. And to me, be honest, so we are now Masania Manu, okay, and a real way into a cinema. No, or what your walk, also what your walk, or experiences something different, also experiences something different. That doesn't make anybody above anybody.
Okay.
That's why I can me that say.
Me person me who so say who accord nipa no say respect na does the soul have a problem with it?
All right, okay. So Of course, the soul, no, nothing can control the soul.
Okay.
You understand? Once you are here, you are always dealing with the physical body. So
Okay.
what you say? The fact is that we respect Ubia Uchi Rolls Royce doesn't mean say Uma that nipa respect we so ni both. And I say we so only have a problem with you to do for giving respect to some. No, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
You so doesn't know. Say we obi Rolls Royce obi esidan bear three na wo hand die. The so doesn't know all these things. The so see say we like who say obi a yeninia.
Okay.
Me patros what you say. Until before me di can you say what you believe in becomes your reality. Say who dream say obi ewo cars 5 wuchi bicycle na say nipa no ewo sika chen one fine, that one is up to you, but to me if I ride bicycle na say obi so echi car de kwa adwuma I don't see why I have to accept say nipa ni richer than me. We are all going to work. We are all riding. The fact what is the goal? The goal is for us to reach our destination. That is where maybe I'm imagining into the fact that kind of mindset to say will be you Rolls Royce, will be with PhD, will be with this, Emma nipa ni be bigger than you know. Me, I don't agree. I don't subscribe to that. This is for me.
Okay.
So what you say because here is adwene no ahye tirim saa ama enipa ekunkum amanfo because of so person no so be bigger than obi na de be ye ma nipa e feel inferior nti say uye ukwoso mpokwa na na ye obi ya yentimi mmoa ye ho. So what you say because de be ye pese ye obi ba ye na ase be kasa me paacho o ma mi say e fa nkunye wi so what won dem pese me kire no. Ebasana, you can't see your fellow brother as yourself. As a competition, that a competition is in them. Now will be a pre no attention now, so be a teaching will be now will be any inferior. Like why? Whilst we don't need all these things. And the Bible ne no. So what you say, ube praise man way now, but you don't even know yourself. Obi no be because apparently you know me, yeah, we know you because you have cast. That's all. But you don't know your real self. The real self needs to get to know, say you are a soul. When you get to know, say you are a soul, no, you don't calculate all these things.
Okay.
So what I say, I could into the main casabi breed. I hope you said they make and what I say.
I. That's it.
Okay, me that's it. Hey, I do say, and then the own busa questions. Hot, mammy, finest. Let's so, Pacho bet me, I can.
Good evening, everyone. For Bachomotimenka.
Pacho bet okay.
Okay, Mr. My question kakra na the contribution kakra mpet mechanic say braba kunka say or the 90 former and so I say ma onyare na obi can say a friend is so no so need ya that way no. Now my question back on say yes say physical body way say near ahoden the minute say be a unya accident now so body near say ya so ni free mu. Nti my question is say saa na tie dia na che say body no so hia so no. Nti bia I think say be hia say bia be working on the body also as we are working on the soul, because without the body no make sure the soul bit me atana any other way.
Next Pacho question no mention that until baby like exactly I don't know exactly you.
Dream
Yeah,
or person or say so no answer here body no. Yes, in this physical realm no, for the soul to experience this physical no, the soul needs the body to experience this physical. You are right. But the anything that be happening with the body no has no impact on the soul. So when you accident, this is so free or so ni APR because of body na say your soul is still intact. So need the energy is still intact. The energy within you, the God within you is still intact. Nothing wrong with it. O body no container no and I say. o container na say. And this when you do yeah, o container never say, but your body and your soul is still intact. Container ni betimi say. And yet they obvious. So umvanzi nsuo gu cap mu na crash cap na. Nsuo ni behwie agu. Nsuo ni hwie gu a nsuo ni da so ye nsuo. But enye hwe. Aha anti that ye. So se parachute na ko se parachute ni tete ya parachute na tete. That has nothing to do with you. Aha sanity.
Aha na che say body no so ehu hia as much as say so ni so hu hia no.
Nesto me pa cho obi anka say body ni hu hia o. Body ni dey of course say hia. That what you are saying it doesn't mean say to body ni twene. So what I say uti fie say uti dan mu. The fact is say unfa udan ni which doesn't mean say jada na emu nye fin poto. No, it doesn't work like that. Ene obeyale. But the person amount here say don't focus too much on your physical body, no, because ena ma yaka hanum say mpacho so what you say. But the person say focus more on your soul because your soul can have control over your body, no. Uso no ebenya more ahoden a ebetimi power o body no ama o body no entim ehon to chema bia. But just what I say, but so power a body no, but so no so we jan ho no ma so no obey den ubody ni ubody ni betimi awu eja so no ano no owu.
Enfan gaining knowledge ni enfan
So what I say into power so no na empower body no sana me ye pese ye kire.
Okay, man.
Say so ni power pe body ni okay.
Hello dream.
Yes, sika.
Maame fa kakra bi nka ho. Ya de
Okay.
dream pese wo twa nyina ne se. Onka se o body no ye ne tantantan konom nsa kodidi nnuane boni bia. But said the musi cancer protection all the nancy from what the crystal to comb what the one when you see the to nsa what the onumanka twa de onum we no na so ano na dream person wo kire wo se so no wa hoden asa na ema na crystal ne ho ne be ya ma body ni nyina no the so will do it. But on ka say unipadua no me mo ho ban aha kura no ye no kire se die aduane pa because nipadua na anya hoden a so no be free mako anase ubewu ubesɛe nneɛma bebree bɛyɛ ti hakora no anytime ani tataka na no nsɛm confuse brain no because brain no ne the whole year saa adeɛ no nyinaa no ɛno mfiri mu ba nti yes yɛkyerɛ bɔ ho ban didi yie na nti yie sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a womfa hyia nkwanhyia ne nneɛma wo kaka a mɛnkɔ over speed nkɔka sɛ woyɛ so nti wobɛwu afiri asase so akɔ yes woawu so no deɛ ɔnwui but wo nipadua no wobɛgya wo kwan ama wakɔ but deɛ pɛ sɛ kyerɛ sɛ krista mede me na asisi fam mekɔtena dua bi ase na makyagye me body na mafa hena kɔsi ha no saa kind of protection a yɛpɛ wɔ honam mu no so no nso de ma nti uhuhu wɔ saa kwan no so ade so will charge the body na ɛno nso bɛma wo knowledge koraa na wobɛtumi de anante ɛwɔ saa nneɛma wei mu nyinaa saa nneɛma wei mu nyinaa no ebiaa nto nti na wɔ sɛ yɛnhwehwɛ wɔ kra no what you say nneɛma ɛwɔ asase so nyinaa no hwehwɛ wɔ kra no because ɛno na ɛdi kan wote aseɛ ɛhɛntiɛ no ana ɛwɔ sɛ ɛdi kan ɛhwehwɛ ansana but obi nka sɛ onipadua no ɛho hia onipadua no wu a wowɔ hɔ deɛ bata asase yi so no wowɔ adwuma asa wobɛ akɔtoa so wɔ baabi foforɔ nti we need the body for the soul to dwell in but not that kind of protection a kɔwe nkontommire kɔkɔwe ayi crystal kɔfa crystal too kom full mu hwahwani no ne yɛkyerɛ sɛ saa nneɛma no deɛ soul no nso ɛde ma when the soul is power it give you all those things because nothing is powerful than the soul. Okay, dream to us.
Yeah, and one sika a friend and sika wakan. So next to me pamucho. I hope we say what you say. Your time and us dear, but yeah, mpamucho wa ma ye can be na se won tia sia.
Because I
Yeah,
thought I am fairly to say the as you say and neglect body no say body ni crowd here and
yeah.
I
Next to
understand
I know say most of the times you are always concerned about the body because but yen can say body ni koko to twen yen can say nye kwata kra o. But the me can say there's something now which ma control body na ma bibia complete. So what you say? So don't focus too much on building the body. Not if I know what just so anyway actually. So no
But
moment
see, balance.
the body is
Maybe there
okay.
a balance. Maybe there a duality.
So what you
The
say?
word on so
Everything
the
is
name was
already in
on body.
balance.
And
Be
then,
a
and
balance.
then, Nestor,
Yeah.
the other thing too is you have to put in mind is you need this body to have the experience you're here for. Yeah, and that's what it is. So you have to take care of the body so that you'll be able to have the experience you're here for. Thank you.
Yeah, but what I mean,
Yes,
But
it
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. But I think this one
ita gyina baabi yie anaa baabi
is what
anam
is
no
more like
wohyɛ
obvious,
yi mu
right?
ana ita network no
Yeah,
high.
missing. Yeah, so I think it is more like obvious. You see, we live in this body. That is, it is even the body that's where in this physical earth plane, having this experience. Other than that, we may be in the astral or causal other plane. So in a way, yeah, bro, we need this body to be here. Okay, so when we are saying the soul, we are not saying just forget the body or continue with them or whatever it is. Yeah, take off the body, eat well, healthy. Okay, so I think that my papa and the and there was a misunderstanding. I said papa and the was connotating it to an physical exercise, right? He said the other I think that they quite all the nice is for my or blood flow in my own so in your stroke near the other to me you flow. Yeah, the physical body also need the same way you eat to be healthy. Even though because some of us who have called gym, over running, these are all good, fine, okay. Yeah, so Namika, it's more like a balance. Okay, this one is more like an obvious. You cannot actually leave it. You need to do it. I don't think so. Poison. You don't have to do it because the physical body is have its own way of it is more like a machine. Okay, it's a mechanical in nature. You need to keep it running. You need to keep it this and that. Okay, yeah. But on top of that, when we are talking about the soul, about consciousness. Okay, so I think that when we're talking about consciousness and soul now, yeah, the physical body you have to do it, but I don't mind getting me to say that I see and all this sort of stuff. And maybe it has to do with externalization of the self. That is, we need to analyze it externalization of the self, putting yourself on something. Okay, we need here, way na me do we and all this that thing that has to have spiritual connotation to it. No, those are the things we kind of say. You as a soul, as consciousness, when you know yourself more, you surpass this lower astral state. Okay. For example, crystals, abusunsun, angels, enyame, nafawe, way, na way. These are all lower state of consciousness. Now, when you start to know who you are as a soul, now, or transcend the idea of demon, witches, or you transcend them. So that is the level we want us to get into. That is on different level or more like different thing than the body. I think the body that you need to take care would be I think will be a maybe different name the right number who's my come on my healthy. It is normal. It is more like an obvious thing everyone has to do. Okay. So I don't think so not say you can't say no, neglect the body, no, that's not what we are saying. But it's more like have to be balanced. So much dependent on the body also have an effect on the soul. And so much more like dependent on the soul, a little bit can have an effect on the body based on maybe health issues. To say, yeah, okay, your soul so me kwaku tram say me inside and or maybe you can do it. It can have manifestation, but maybe your enlightenment have not reached that stage to do all this magical stuff. Okay, so it's more like a balancing. Okay, so even with the inner travels, we say that you learn how to balance it. And so I can go into the inner. Not that we are going to the inner. So I know what Juma, Unya Juma, Wanya Juma, so only the. And I'm going to will see what, right? And so you need to okay, own your time. Okay, what could inner kaka, I didn't what could Juma, what you would. What could put the other surviving or family, no the word. So it's more like a balancing. Okay, this thing shouldn't be overcomplicated. It's more like a natural flow state of beingness. Okay, you are just there. You do this, you do that. When it is time for you to go into the inner, you are aware of it. You do that. So we don't say, "Oh, house, oh, I'm so conscious. Okoje Jumaya. And Koje Jumanyo, that is not what we are saying. You need food, stuff, money to survive. But so much dependency on it cause trouble. So you should learn how to be of it, but not in it. So it's more like minimum so maka there. But it's more like you are using it, but you're not attached to it. You are just using it because you need it to survive in here. So it is fine. But you're not attached to the idea that will be in a and I don't know, people live fully, they eat, they are wealthy. Let me put it in this way. They go to work or for your beach, ahead and behind the bush, or dying with them. But still the person is craving for some this opportunity to say long max, be all this sort of stuff. So and no will decline or no remember your soul yourself, who you are no. Emma won't even no, because you are always looking for material stuff. Okay, so and until I say seek ye first the kingdom, and then whatever outside will be unto you. So it is just a natural flow state of being. You will just live in. Okay, it is an act of living. So I live. Uku ojuma, waba. If it is for you, if you have the money to build house, fine. If you have the money to buy car, fine. Maybe and then don't quit but it is fine. But you shouldn't be attached to it. So that is why when you go to the Buddhists, they talk about detachment. Because when you attach to it, okay, you become lost in the matrix. Okay, so it is more like just balancing the whole situation and emancipating yourself from mental slavery. When what is mental slavery? And now we are now be woo now we are this and we are now we are this. This is what we are saying that all this thing, your soul, your consciousness is beyond it. So you don't actually need it to live. When you know who you are as a soul, you are talking in terms of vibration, frequency, and energy. You are vibrating in a set higher positive vibration to the extent that they don't even have space to come near you. Okay, so the tricks of we liberating ourselves from all demonic stuff, is easy. The other time, because there was an interview with some of the demonic way, and what the demon was saying was that all what humanity need to do is to say no to them, but we never say no. We create thoughts, we create vibration in our head, frequency in our head that make them available in our spaces. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Maybe the person is in way home, maybe or a spiritual marriage or something. You be common, maybe pakono, maybe or hear some um um what do you call it? Sexual contents be no or in home and when you say these are thoughts. Okay, so it can have a manifestation in the inner plane. Our imagination is our creative faculty. So the more we imagine those stuff and be pondering on those sort of stuff, it start to become form. We call it thought forms, and they start feed on us. So most of our situations and what we are dealing with now, we create a vibrational frequency, right? Because these beings, so if you get a fear being to come and affect you, you need that frequency, before or that being need that frequency before it can come near to you. So we create that vibrational frequencies for them to come near us. And I'm saying these are the same entities we are working with and going and consulting them with them. No, they will never tell you you have something power within you that when you come to realize that you surpass others, you are not even why do you know crime? Because you're on a multiversal level. You try to communicate with the higher beings, get into higher planes of existence. Now, that's a very obi control drobi now. Soon now, what is this? It means you don't actually know yourself. How can you, like an angel be your some obi or into the mental plane. Now which you are no the no now then what is your sense of you being in yes enlightenment or you being in that higher state of consciousness? We be in there because it is a vibrational frequency, right? So when we are there now, it more like repair. Don't say it is it have an effect on our aura, okay, in our being. So it prevents us not make all these beings available unto us. We liberate ourselves. So that is a very true power within us that we want everyone to know that this is it. That because when we are seeking for all this help from other people, so it is always an externalization of the self. So and sometimes when you think of it, it doesn't even make sense because it seems like we are nothing. Like what? It seems that young one we more tumfo and now home we and in some way. So what are we then? It seems they are more powerful than Yamino and now be. So what are we then? It seems as if we are in a jungle, we as a yeah, we be right. So then there is a secret that they don't want us to know that we are also the powerful beings that exist. So they are always don't want us to look inside, but look outside, and so that they can take dominion. Because the more you are believing and going into the witches and shrines, and this is a vibrational frequency, it is a thought. So it allows the same sort of entities to come around you. Okay, in Africa, ha nneɛma bu ha yɛ ahonhom na okoye wie yɛbɛkyerɛ no ɔde wokɔ kwaside na ɛbɛ ba wokɔ Broni a ɔyɛ a nothing happen. Kwaside Sunday omu yɛ kodidi. Na so Ghana de we aside this we've entangled ourselves with that belief system, so it makes those things available in our spaces. You see, unlike who ye Broni Uko Buddha, Buddhist, and ye say, what? Or it is not in a vibrational field, it is not in your reality because their way of doing their stuff is whole different. And that is why we say everything is in the mind. Okay, mentalism. I think we are doing the mental plane. Okay, universal, everything is in the mind, the law of mentalism. So what you believe starts to create your reality. It's as simple as it takes. But we keep on believing in all this sort of stuff. It start having an effect on us, and we don't understand what is happening. Babako Abroni, Biboko America, Biboko USB, or no need that money in the trip. But when you come to Africa, certain African country or certain European countries, now that belief system is there, so you start to have an effect. You see? So yeah, back to the question again. Yeah, we encounter yeah, this is the natural flow state of living. You live your life. You love people. You are kind. You take care of your body. Did ye and go yeah, make but don't be attached. That word is don't be attached to all this material stuff. The more you become attached to it, the more it starts to take dominion. So the message is simply clear if you just understand it and you know what you want. Okay. So I was adding it up.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah, ita no asa no ano aka no. Abusuafo, I'm sorry. Our time is up. I can't pick up any more questions anymore because we have gone beyond our normal time. So we will reserve all the rest of the questions, for tomorrow because tomorrow we are meeting again. We are meeting again. So in case, so for those who are always struggling to join the meeting and all stuff, please, in case you are here and someone that always struggle to join us, please kindly help them backdoor so that they can all have access to join the meeting because since like every day people are complaining that they have it having difficulties to join. So that's for the week. So tomorrow, or maybe in case you still want to write your question and answers today in the on the platform where question and answers are being, if anything, asked, you go there, the teachers are available to answer all your questions and all that. Or in case you want to reserve it for tomorrow, that one too is fine. So same as every day, the time remains still the same, the days remain still the same. So I would like to ask the teachers now if they will have any words for their final words for you, so we can close. Tika and the rest of the teacher, please.
Okay, dream. Yeah, me person me fast akwan so da Joseph, brother Joseph Gate ana Kote ana Gate. Yeah, na wato data ede ma nyame hyira no pa. Mama aba Gate nso ma chat o best now no sa wo line no I don't think say yeah adwuma. Ti bia say wo change wo line fa me number we no na chat me why? Because last ma chat o best now no call up to now. Abusuafoɔ ɛkyɛa mu nyinaa sɛdeɛ yɛka no here knowledge is everything. Wonya wiase agyapadeɛ nyinaa na wohwere wɔ kra na you have done nothing. Nti moma deɛ mowɔ no ɛnso mo bo. Wonya deɛ wobɛdi ne deɛ wobɛhyɛ a mɛno nso mo bo. That is not all about life. Life is go within. Nti ha no only knowledge. Protection is in the soul. The soul, knowing that the soul is greater than everything in this universe because it is the soul that created it. Tino Kachre was say, Okache was say, Okrano, and a sombo, a chain, a body in what you say, and Tina in the beginning, Okrano, Anna Okrano, Abefa Hunam no Abetanase, what you say into Okrano, a sombo, chain, a dean, I don't know ya dean, I don't know in the beginning, which is the word, into Okrano kuto any idea, sombo chain, a dean, and nona emu, the nonson a year chrono, Tin was a motion shed dear chrono. Na mohwehwɛ deɛ free form no deɛ free form no bɛporɔ ɔka honam but wohwehwɛ ɔkra no a ɛno na wobɛtena hɔ daa nti nyame boa a ɔkyena ɔde nkwa kyɛɛ ne a yɛbɛsan ahyia ne asua adeɛ moma baa.
Okay, that's the teacher Sika. Please, the rest of the teachers, please, if you have any last words for them. Ama,
Oh no, I know that yeah, can Jessica can. If you know any more questions, I'm gonna post your group. No answer it, and then we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.
okay, thank you. And Nana,
Wei deɛ ahwii ni hɔ yɛda mu nyinaa mase dream ne abusuafoɔ nyinaa institute ne principal ita abusuafoɔ yɛda mu nyinaa mase we are very very grateful yɛda mu ase paa dream ne sika ne abusuafoɔ nyinaa ama nyinaa yɛda mu nyinaa mase meda ase.
Okay, Hadro ne and the rest, Pachas or more no man, I say any last words be. Institute Pacho announcement to be all. Okay. Any time Pacho now try to teach Pacho will be catch your man. Itam Pacho Boom assignment to be ana. Okay. I think say they are not available.
Me pacho ayi baako a yɛkae no ɛnɛ ita yɛ discuss say I don't know institute or ha yɛyɛ sɛ free na ekwe no beginners no yɛn starting and record your journey yɛ starting your experiences topics ni adeɛ starting record.
Nana Pacho and cannot then come me discussing with teachers
Me
group.
pacho yɛdi kan discuss that ɛne yɛ ka sɛ yɛ ne wɔn nka ho asɛm ti na me de ba
Okay.
institute sɛ ɔbɛfa saa wei na me kayo.
Okay.
I don't know, sir. Institute be available, but now
Yes.
with me, I go ahead because as we said,
You know, and the air can say, your journey, you go through any teachings, I didn't never send message in a call out. A door so when so say your advantage your social media, TikTok, WhatsApp, all those stuff going on. And it is a recording, be experience, being a DB topics, be HN, one, I don't know. Unya more insight, contemplate about it now, unya more insight about it. Now, also to me, a share. Ɛnam saa akwanya no so na sɛ those mediums no medium no so na wahyɛ ama ebinom so anya bi.
Yeah,
that's
it's beautiful. Exactly. And I that's it. Itam Pacho, me who say what about online? I may say so. Who was assignment to be the man?
Yeah, we're not American. It is more like a kind of vlogging. So, Opa, lesson here, but no, we talk about here, and we to add a TikTok, maybe my journey to enlightenment or my journey to learn how to soul travel. And then lessons here, you get to create TikTok page. Maybe an lesson when you see it. Now, so I in the format as a whole vlog, maybe you see in the lessons, and then the practices, expense just to create an awareness for other people, to know whatever we are doing. That as simple. Men are friends now with me, so yes, you need to know to be as an episode of time. Now, why? In 2 years, you are looking that your page, Telegram page, and then we can all go and follow you. And also, we can also take it and post it on our own individual platform, which is TikTok. Right? It is just I'm a friend of vlogging. It is if or mom you're interested, no, mom I ask one thing and then you help and then mo probably too much attention to it. I mean, I show how. So when you see TikTok account, I bet you now you show how I will grow the TikTok followers, you know, so that you can also send your message out to the public. I'm your mom, your guarantee. I'm your what? Sorry, volunteers. Yeah, on the some years. So if you are interested, just let us know. Yeah, and then and I didn't hear any um saying from the practices now, Mariana. Actually, so I don't know if the practice is now Katanga Kano. Now, yes, as now I was not around. So I don't know if some of you did service and I'm mind.
Yeah, I
Just
think that one will be tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow they will be sharing
oh
some of
tomorrow.
them.
Oh okay.
Yeah, because tomorrow they had all question and answers. So maybe some of them we would like to share their experiences and all that.
Okay. So everybody take care and then do your practices. Then I'm a beginner. So we are just trying to unfold the knowledge more to you. Right? So by not all to be just hold on and just follow. You are gonna understand all the sort of stuff. Right? Yeah, I think everything's gonna be fine. So bye everybody. Have a great day. We're gonna meet tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, good night to everyone or whatever it is. Thank you to everyone. Tomorrow, please, mumrantem na mutrim yamu de dodo. I guess I may be